Alright, so I'm going to explain my health update, my kind of experience, maybe to help people. Maybe you're curious. I know a lot of people want to know. Put it all in one video for you. Here we go. For about the last year, probably last almost 2 years, maybe a little less, I was getting heartburn a lot. I couldn't have a lot of tomato sauce, garlic, raw onion, absolutely not, peppers, things. Coffee didn't bother me, orange juice, just foods, acidic foods. Sometimes cucumbers, like now I have to get the English cucumbers, seedless, different things like that. I would get it. Sometimes, I would use Tums, an acid reducer, and sometimes I would get it where I would have pain like overnight, like bad. Pretty much what happened was April of this year, the beginning of the month, I was eating dinner at my neighbor's house. Came home, started to get pain, and I thought I was about to get heartburn, and I started getting stabbing pain in like this part of my body right here. Now here's my center, and this is to the right, okay? And you still would get it at your breastbone, like you're gonna get heartburn. Everyone knows that feeling. And then it goes into your arm here, and then it goes through your back because your gallbladder goes to your back, and it instantly makes you, sorry if this is TMI, I'm just going to tell you everything straight up, makes you want to vomit. And what would happen is I would just be in so much pain, I was just throwing up. And honestly, I felt better. I threw up, so obviously now that I know why, I got rid of the food that was stuck and I couldn't process through my gallbladder. And when I got rid of that food, the pressure was gone, the acid was gone. I felt better instantly. Okay. So I thought, I just had a bad case of reflux. I'll be all right. About a month later, I have dinner at my neighbor's house. I come down and I start to get a little bit of a pain, but it didn't end up being like that at all. I noticed that I just got the heartburn, but I was getting the heartburn more often. I went through a period of time where I wasn't getting it a lot, but it was a common thing for me, okay? Now, I'm telling you now that do not take heartburn or what you think indigestion or any of that is lightly, okay? A lot of times those things happen to you because something else is going on in the rest of your track, okay? Now I know this, okay? So what happened was several weeks later, it was the Thursday before Memorial Day weekend, I believe it was like the 25th. I was watching my neighbor's baby. She didn't have a babysitter and she needed me to watch the baby for 4 hours. The baby would nap in between. I was like, that's fine. I actually brought my laptop up. I got to do a little work. She saved me something to eat for lunch, and I eat. I'm sitting there. At the time, I was talking to my boyfriend. The baby was laying down, and I started to get that pain right in my breastbone, and I texted her right away, and I said, I think I'm about to get that attack again, because we had been talking about it, that, of course, right when you get something, you Google the symptoms, and it came up that I possibly could have something wrong with my gallbladder. But I didn't think it was that serious because I got through it, and, I didn't have pain meds at that time. I got through it and whatever. So pretty much what happened, I text her, and like not even a few minutes later, I was throwing up. And the baby woke up because she could hear me and was crying because she wanted me. She's small and, she didn't want to be by herself. And I was like, I'm sorry. I felt so guilty because I couldn't go to her. So thankfully, the girls, my friend's father, their family lives around the corner, and he goes to work at 5:30 in the morning. So this was about 2. She was going to be home 2:30. He was able to come over and get the baby, and he was like, I think you should go to the hospital. I was like, yeah, after I stopped throwing up and stuff, I'm probably going to. So I came down here, and I was sick. And what happens when you have this kind of pain, heat helps you. So literally I get in the shower, and I just let the heat run and hit me right where your gallbladder is in the back. I literally just stand there like this against the wall, and it soothes it, and the pressure, any sort of pressure for me, some people aren't this way. I would literally put my fist into it and then lay on it, put all my weight on and put pressure on it. It's crazy, but it's because it causes it to spasm and it releases anything that's in there, any stone, any sludge, anything. So once again, I was getting sick and I was in the pain, and I'll get in and out of the shower when this happens because I take pain meds, and it takes 45 minutes for pain meds that I take. I have a couple pain meds because now when you have this kind of pain, they give me everything because they're trying to help me. I do not abuse these pain meds. I hate using them, and they honestly don't take all the pain away. It just takes the sharpness away, and kind of makes me want to sleep. So I took the pain meds, and I pretty much go through a period of time where I'm in and out of the shower, because the hot water runs out, until the medicine works. So that's my routine. It keeps my mind busy, and it gives me a little bit of relief as I'm waiting for the meds to work. So what happens is the medicine started to work. When you have this pain, especially, if you get heartburn at all, you have to sit up. You cannot lay down. And so I pretty much was sitting in my bed up against the wall and sleeping like this. I woke up about an hour and a half later, kind of like, what the hell happened? Because I took medicine, so you're out of it. When you go through that much pain, as many of you know, if you have been through excruciating pain like that, whatever the reason is, you have chronic pain or whatever it is. Now, I'm telling you that this is what the doctors say and this is what the hospitals say, but the pain that I get from my gallbladder is like childbirth and heart attack combined. But obviously in a short period of time. I mean, I've had it for hours, but generally it's about an hour. But I've had it for 2 to 5 hours before. And that was before I had this medicine. So, now to me, yes, it sucks. I don't know. I've never given birth. So, I mean, everyone has a different experience. I never had a heart attack. But that's what it says on my discharge papers. Heart attack-like symptoms. You feel like you're having chest pain, but it's actually your upper stomach. I learned a lot about my body through this experience. I never knew that your stomach came up this high and it was this big. And I guess I always thought my stomach was low, and that's actually your intestines. Maybe I'm just ignorant. I just never knew all these things. I've learned how my body works now. So pretty much what happened was I woke up. Oh, and I forgot to tell you the best part. So while I was in the shower and I was having this pain, I said to myself, God, sorry if you don't believe in God, if this is offensive, but I said, God, if you're listening, if you just make this pain go away, I promise I'll get checked out. Because I wasn't a person I didn't have insurance for a long time, and I'm not somebody that, I always think I can help myself. It's kind of my thing. So pain started going away. No joke, it just went away. So when I woke up after the pain, I thought to myself, I came out here, my living room, and I sat down on the couch. It was like 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and I was just gonna watch the news and lay around, because after I have these attacks, you feel sore. You feel like somebody took a knife and just poked at you. You're so sore. You can't take a deep breath. You can't take a deep breath when you have the pain either. It causes more pain. So you take shallow breaths, and it's tiring. So I sat down and I said, Jessica Ann, that's my middle name, by the way, if you guys didn't know. You better get your butt up and get dressed and go to the hospital. You promised God. So I went to the hospital. This is the first time I went to the hospital. And they took me in. They did an EKG right away, because at the time I thought I was having chest pain. So they did an EKG. They took all my blood work, urine tests. They took me into ultrasound, which took forever because my gallbladder was so inflamed. I pretty much, when I went in there, I said, I think I'm having a gallbladder attack, or I think I had one. So I told them all the symptoms and everything, and they pretty much did the ultrasound. My bile duct was double. Now, if you don't understand how your body works, your food goes in your stomach, then it goes into your liver, and then it goes into your, I believe, your gallbladder through your bile duct and your pancreas, I believe. So your bile duct is the joint, that gets you through. So my bile duct was double the normal size. So that means that food was not able to get out. And I had some sludge, which is very small sediment, okay? Gallbladder problems run in my father's side of the family, all the women, between 25 and 30. Our gallbladders just stop working. Now, I'm the only, my grandmother was a little overweight. I'm the only really heavy one, and my cousins were all sticks thin. So they say that it happens to overweight people more so, but I do not have high cholesterol, and that is the big thing. People say that when you get gallstones, in which is the stones are actually, cholesterol. It's all hardened, that couldn't pass through you. So this means that for a period of time, I wasn't functioning properly. Probably when all of this heartburn stuff was going on, and if I would have went in a long time ago, I would have stopped myself from getting all this. So partially, this is my fault. But when they checked my cholesterol levels, everything's fine. All my blood work is fine, excellent. All of my blood work. I'm a healthy person. My vitamin D is slightly low, which happens when you have a gallbladder problem. My body is not absorbing nutrients from my food. I'm not digesting properly. I'm not. That's just kind of what happens. So after that, I started having attacks every week or every 2 weeks. June, I went to the surgeon. Put me on a low-fat diet, so I eliminated pretty much all dairy. I can have eggs once in a while. I do have low-fat, zero-fat yogurt, Greek yogurt, or regular yogurt, usually Greek. No milk. Cheese, rarely, and usually if I have cheese, it's like Parmesan cheese, or I get the low-fat Swiss string cheese, and that doesn't bother me. So they put me on that. It's part of the reason why I lost so much weight. A lot of it, I think, is stress and the fact that I'm scared to eat. This has been going on. I've been to the surgeon 3 times. The first day, they gave me pain meds. They gave me nausea medicine. They gave me my stomach acid medicine, which is, now I've been to the hospital, I think 3 times for my gallbladder, or 4 since Memorial Day weekend. Mind you, I could have went like 3 or 4 other times. But now that I've been able to kind of treat myself. But when I went last Thursday, what happened was this. I was feeling fine for a while. From August 10th till the beginning of this month, I only had 2 attacks in all those months. So I thought I was getting better. I was flushing this out. I pretty much woke up in the middle of the night, at like 5 o'clock in the morning, get up to use the bathroom, and I felt this burning solid pain in where my gallbladder is, and then it just got worse, and I started to have an attack. It was strange. I've never woke up like that, because usually when you get gallbladder attacks, you get them after you eat, okay? And that means, and the last thing that I had eaten before bed was strawberries and banana cut up about 8 hours before. So that meant that food sat from my stomach and liver and that for 8 hours and couldn't pass through. That's not normal. Usually within about an hour, hour and a half, maybe 2 hours tops, my food is passed through. That's when I know that I'm in the clear, that food my body was able to process. You just learn that as you have this pain. So that really freaked me out. So I got the pain. It was terrible. I was in the shower at 5 o'clock in the morning. Took pills. Was able to go back to bed about 45 minutes. I kept waking up every hour. I was sore. I was still having pain. It wasn't all away. And then I woke up at about maybe 8 o'clock. And I started feeling like I was going to have another attack. And I thought to myself, I haven't ate or drank anything since. This food's still stuck in me for 10 hours. So I took a shower and I went to the hospital. And mind you, at that time I was starting to get a migraine. And I get it like, it goes to the back of my head almost. And I get it all in here. It's like a tension head, where it goes a band around your head. That was just killing me. So I walk in, they know me now. It's terrible. I tell them, like, I went straight in. They gave me IV fluids, the whole ordeal. Gave another ultrasound, and that's when they found out that I have small stones now, not just sludge. And my bile duct, though, was completely normal. My liver is completely normal. My pancreas is completely normal. Why are all these things freaking normal when I'm going through hell? So that was on Thursday. Monday, I went to the doctor, the surgeon. And he told me, the next step you have to go to a gastrointestinal doctor. Mind you, there was 2 months in between this that he just had me have blood work done, which he said came out normal, which I believe him. But like, why didn't you tell me that I need to do this? Because now I really need to get this out. And he says that until I have the scope, I have to have the scope done, and they need to find out that if I have an ulcer, if I have, whatever is going on in my stomach before he can take that out. Because if they don't, my stomach can get worse after he takes that out, and I'm going to be recovering from surgery in pain from my stomach. But it just ticked me off that all these months have went, and you haven't told me that I need to do that. And now when I need to get it out, now I have to go through this whole process of trying to find a doctor, getting in, all of them are booked, and having the test done, getting back to my regular doctor to have a pre-op evaluation, going back to the surgeon to schedule surgery, and then finally getting in. I'm telling you, I will not be having surgery this year. I already know it, guys. And now, ever since it started happening last Thursday, a week ago, this weekend, I was tired, but I didn't have any pain. Monday, and it still didn't feel good. Tuesday, I got so much stuff done. And now yesterday and today, I had mini attacks both days. And I'm really not eating much, so I'm telling you. Also, you get the chills. Okay, I'll tell you some other things about gallbladder attacks. So, if you have the pain on that side, you get the chills. You can't take a deep breath. You get pressure rate up high on your stomach. You get pain into your shoulder that can radiate into your back. You may vomit. I have a low temperature. My normal temperature is 97.6. I'm not normal. We all know that already. And my temperature has been 96 degrees. And it still is. And they say that's fine. How is that fine? So it's to the point where I can't leave my house, or I can't go far from home, because if I get pain, I'm stuck. Today I got stuck a half hour from my house when I was in pain and in rush hour traffic. I was really in positive spirits the last few days, but today I'm really drained from this. For the most part, when I have this pain, I don't cry. Today I cried. I think it's just because I'm just emotionally spent. Because when you have something like this going on, and I just don't see an end. I don't see it coming out, because now I have to do this, and now all I do is schedule appointments, go to doctors, look up information. My whole life is encompassed by this health problem. It's so exhausting. And it's also, you live in fear because you never know when it's going to start, and it's terrible. Pain is pain that I would not wish on anyone that I don't like. And it stinks. It's just, the whole thing is terrible. So if you have any problem, if you're getting heartburn a lot, or you're getting strange pains in your side, or this and that, go to the doctor or go to the hospital. Okay? Don't wait, because one, it could be your appendix. Your appendix is more to the center and lower. It could be so many things. It could be your pancreas. It could be so many things. No, I'm very thankful. One, I don't have the infection of the gallbladder. I don't have a blockage. I don't have all those things that could be considered an emergency, which would take this out. And that's the problem. Is that when I'm in the hospital, they're like, this is not an emergency situation, so we don't need to take this out right now. And I was like, I've been here how many times in all these months? This is an emergency situation, but they won't take it out. So it's to the point where I'm thankful that I don't, because that's extremely serious. But the way that I feel is until something really bad happens to me, they're not going to take it out. And now I'm going to start crying, because that's how I feel. So until something bad happens to me, I'm going to be suffering, I'm going to be in pain, and they're not going to do anything to help me. And I've done everything I'm supposed to do. I changed my whole diet. I changed my whole lifestyle. And I always ate a lot of fruits and vegetables, but I did eat fried food, and I did eat fast food sometimes, and I did eat a lot of cheese and stuff. So, obviously I didn't eat that great, but I also didn't eat extremely bad. I was kind of in the middle. Now I'm pretty much to the point where I haven't had a cheat meal. I can't even tell you. I don't even know when I eat something that was guilt-free. I can't even tell you. I don't even remember what that feels like, because now I can't even eat anything without thinking, oh my God, am I going to get sharp pain and have to go to the hospital? It's just a horrible way to live. So I try really hard when I come in these videos and like when I record for you guys, just try to just be happy, because I do enjoy doing these things for you guys, and I really enjoy watching YouTube, and I actually feel like sitting up here and watching them. But there may be a time where I disappear on here, and it's because I'm recovering. Also, the other thing is because I am a bigger person, regardless of losing all this weight, which, just as an aside, just looking at myself in the camera, I can really tell on my face that I lost weight. What about you guys? I feel I look like a different person, I feel like. Because, I've done all these things, and it's not helping me. It's getting worse. And the fact that this is the thing, if you lose weight too fast, which I didn't lose weight too fast, but I did lose a large amount of weight during this process, and it affects your gallbladder, because it affects your body's burning fat, and that's what your gallbladder does. And it actually created the small stones that I have. So them putting me on a low-fat diet and encouraging me to lose weight made my situation worse. Crazy, right? So essentially, think good thoughts for me. Every day I wake up just hoping that I'm going to be able to be productive and not be in pain. I am so over doctors. My pharmacy knows me. I mean, I probably had 25 prescriptions, or maybe even more than that, for 5 months. I have been so thankful to be well my entire life, which I've said to you guys before. This has happened less than 2 weeks before my 29th birthday, and I guess I'm very thankful and lucky that I haven't had any health problems besides this. One time I had mono and tonsillitis together. I got rushed to the hospital, but that was I was there 2 hours and I was home. Nothing. So wish me luck, and I will talk to you guys soon. And if you watched all this, well, I love you, because you care that much to know. Thanks for all your support. It really means a lot to me, and it's really nice to come on here and see those comments when I'm having a bad day. I really do consider you guys friends, so I really appreciate you taking the time to say those things to me. So